Hey everybody, it's me, Truth. I'm here with an update video for you, and this might take a while. This is the kind of stuff that I should be posting on Twitter, but kind of neglected my Twitter account since October. Anyway, I want to tell you some personal stuff that's going on with me. I've been working 2 jobs since August, and just this month I moved into a new place. I've had no internet for about the past week, so I'm hoping that this goes up in time for me to be at or around 600 subscribers. Before I get too far into this, I want to mention something cool I was involved with recently. There's this big old CRPG book project being published, and I was asked to contribute to it. I'm contributing reviews of Dwarf Fortress and Ilona. Of course, I kind of fell out of communication with the guy organizing this whole project, so hopefully those are going up. I'll try to remember to throw a link to that project in here, whether my reviews are in it or not, because it's really an amazing piece of work. So, since I've been so busy working 2 jobs and moving and all this stuff, I've had a lot less time to work on videos than I used to. Amazingly, I got that Binding of Isaac review out back in September, and that was shortly before I started losing so much of that free time. I've been throwing around a lot of video ideas that I'd like to talk about here. One thing that I really meant to do and haven't really finished was once we got done with that Undertale series, once the Undertale playthrough got finished, I was planning to make a series of montage videos, at least 1 or 2 of them. Like one showing all the parts where I was really good at video games in that game, and another one showing just the funniest moments of the whole playthrough. Those are maybe halfway finished, and I have not worked on them in a few months, so I don't know if those will ever come out unless I suddenly find myself with a lot of free time. In a similar vein, I wanted to make like a best of 2016 montage, just a video of my favorite moments from my channel in 2016, but I doubt that that's going to be happening at all. So just watch every video I put up in 2016 and enjoy the whole things. Okay, I've also been working on these 100 NES games, or 10 seconds of 100 NES games, this whole series of videos. I'm planning to make it a long enough series that I play every NES game, but I've kind of fallen off the wagon on those as well. I have the 3rd video about halfway edited. I've shot 100 more games, but I've only edited about half of them. So that's still coming down the pipe, I hope. That's something I would expect people to like quite a bit, and I have a lot of fun making it, and a lot of fun editing it, so that's something I really want to get finished. And if I do finish it, I'd like to move on to like other systems, like maybe Genesis and Super Nintendo. Another video project I was throwing around was making a tutorial series for Ilona. Somebody commenting on my Ilona review suggested that I do that, and I thought it sounded like a really good, really fun idea. I recorded and shot a whole first video of that, but I have not gotten around to editing it. And I figure, you know, since I only have 1 video, it's probably not even worth uploading. It's pretty much only about character creation, and I never even got into the meat of the game. So that one's on hold, I guess. On indefinite hold. I was also planning to do a sort of let's play slash review walkthrough of Majora's Mask. It's pretty much like the only mainstream Zelda game that I never played. And I did like 2 or 3 sessions of that, and that was several months ago. So that's another one that's on indefinite hold, while I focus on stuff that I like better. I have a lot of gameplay videos piled up with a lot of my friends, mostly the internet friends, like people from the Terraria videos and stuff like that. Pretty much any time I play games with those guys anymore, I record it in case it's something I want to post online later. And so I have a big old pile of these videos that I would love to edit, you know, in like the sort of shortcut style like I did in the past, just cutting down to the very funniest parts. But I just never find myself with the free time to do stuff like that. So one of these days, that stuff might show up on my channel. It'll be like, you know, games that we played a year or 2 ago that I would just be getting around to. In a similar vein, if anybody watched the Shrek Super Party videos I did with my friend Jared, we recorded a whole session of a follow-up to that, Disney Party, and it was planned to be this whole series where we play basically every shitty party game that was released on the GameCube, and maybe more. And we were going to do this whole thing where we alternate posting each series on my channel and his channel, but that's another project that's on indefinite hold. But yeah, we actually recorded this whole Disney Party session, and I feel bad because I kind of pressured him, like, hey, we need to play this game so that I have a preview to put in the last episode of Shrek Super Party, and then I still haven't gotten around to editing that footage. I hope to get that done at some point, just since I did tease it at the end of Shrek Super Party, even though, you know, I'm sure that's not one of the most popular things on my channel. In the last update video I did, I talked about how I'm starting an anime channel, and how I was going to post like anime parody videos on there, of which I made about 3, and I haven't looked at that channel in a long time, but I've gotten a few emails that like the videos are being taken down due to like copyright claims or something. I'm sure I could easily fight that if I had the will to, because they are parody videos, and I know that I'm not like breaking any copyright law by uploading them, but I fell off the wagon so much with that I just haven't bothered to fight it. That channel, that whole channel, is another thing that's on indefinite hold. It's something I'd really like to do, like have a channel all dedicated to anime. If you watched any of the videos that I do with my friend Taylor, you would know that she and I are kind of shameless weebs, and so it would be fun to post, you know, anime reviews, if not parody videos. That's something I would be interested in, again, if I had more time. Big thing that's been eating up a lot of my time recently is a sort of top-secret animation project I've been working on. I use the word animation very loosely because I'm, like, barely an illustrator, let alone an animator. But it's something that's really important to me and really personal to me, so much so that I probably won't even post it on this channel when I finish the first episode of that. Just because, I don't know, I think I would rather make it its own separate, independent channel from this, and maybe never even link them together. But anyway, I don't want to talk about that too much at the moment. Probably nobody is super interested in any of this stuff about, you know, Let's Play videos, and all these projects I want to do but haven't. People are probably most interested in stuff like the Dwarf Fortress Let's Play. To be totally honest, the Dwarf Fortress Let's Play that I did is pretty much concluded. I know it, like, you know, the fortress I was running didn't collapse or anything, but since I had 2 whole recording sessions where I had just totally unusable audio, I decided to just, you know, scrap that project. But it's one of the most popular things on my channel, easily. I know people really enjoyed it, so in the future I might like to play it again, you know. That's another one of those maybe someday projects. Or it might even do RimWorld, because somebody, like some commenter on my channel, what was that guy's name? JT, I think his name was. He actually gifted me RimWorld, and I'm like, that is amazing, that is so nice. And I talked to him on Steam for a while, you know, watched him stream some games too. He's a really great guy. And RimWorld is a lot of fun, but again, I haven't played it since, let me check my Steam menu here. I haven't played that since October, so that's another sort of, you know, maybe someday I'll do a Let's Play of that, because it's another thing people have suggested, including the great guy who gifted it to me. So the other thing I'm sure everybody wants to hear about is roguelike reviews, or roguelite reviews, either one I guess. Those, well, sadly again, they're on indefinite hiatus, while I just focus on the stuff that I'm having fun doing. I mean, I was really passionate about roguelikes when I first started that video series, and I was just like so outraged that people were using the wrong terminology and people just didn't get it, man. And I wanted to talk about this genre so much, but, you know, these days, it's become such a saturated genre, and, you know, like I said in those older videos, it has become a meaningless buzzword. Like, basically every indie game these days calls itself a roguelike, and it just pretty much means nothing to anybody anymore. So I might still like to do individual game reviews once in a while, because it is still a genre that I find somewhat compelling, but at the moment there's just nothing that I am passionate enough about to set out editing a big old video review of. Oh, somewhat along those lines, the new Binding of Isaac expansion came out recently, Afterbirth Plus, and I tried that, and I got a refund for it after about a day. Honestly, like, it was a pretty small expansion pack, and just, I was so sick of just so much of the anti-consumer practices that they're putting into that game. It started with Afterbirth, and it got even worse in Afterbirth Plus. Just trying to make the game hard for the sake of being hard, and to make all these hilarious videos where they piss off the streamers and the Let's Players, because they died an unfair death and had a hilarious reaction to it. It just was not fun for me. So my plan for that is wait a few months, maybe a few years even, see how the modding tools go, see if the modding community is able to make it the game that it should have been, and when and if that happens, I'll probably re-buy Afterbirth Plus. So I'm really sorry if anybody is disappointed to hear that the roguelike reviews and the Dwarf Fortress Let's Play are on hold. I understand if you would want to, unsubscribe from me because of that, because right now I have such limited time to record and edit videos that I just record and edit the things that are the most fun for me to do. I record things that I have fun doing and edit things that are fun to edit, because this is still pretty much a hobby for me, I do it because it's fun, and if it ceased to be fun, then I wouldn't do it anymore. I realize that that might let some people down, but I have to spend my free time, what little free time I have these days, doing things that are good for me, so I hope people will understand that. Even now, anybody closely watching the Cave Story and Banjo-Kazooie videos I've been posting might notice some things about it, about my schedule. Basically, my friend Taylor comes over, and we record these games for a couple hours. We do an hour of each game at a time, give or take. And I end up stretching that content over the course of a whole month. And by the way, I really want to thank her. I want to take a minute to thank my friend Taylor coming over and recording these videos, because it's really a lot of fun. We have a really good time with all that stuff. So I stretched that content out over the course of a whole month, partly because she pretty much only comes over to my house once a month, just due to it being hard for us both to coordinate our schedules. We both pretty much only have one free day out of the month where we're both available to do this. That's part of the reason that I stretch the videos out. Another part, the reason I don't just upload the whole sessions all at once is because of what I've been told about the way YouTube works. Somebody told me a long time ago that YouTube will favor your videos more if you upload regularly, that it's really good to have an uploading schedule, and that if you upload consistently, then YouTube will be more likely to suggest your videos to other people, or they'll be more likely to pop up in search results. So that's part of the reason I spread the videos out. Another part of it is just that, it kind of takes me a while to edit the videos, to edit each play session, and I would much rather regularly upload them sort of piecemeal like that than just upload a whole hour-long video at once, and who knows when the hell the next one is coming. I would really love to record more games and post more stuff with other people, but like I said, wrangling schedules with people is amazingly difficult when you have two jobs. Plus, a lot of the people I know are in college, and so that makes it even harder. Plus, I'm finding it can be surprisingly hard to find people that you gel with and that you think, would make a good partner in a video like that. And it's always more fun to have multiple people in a video than just yourself. At least, that's what I think. That's what I look for when I watch a video. So I think it's more fun when there's more than one person. But then you look at my channel and, by far the most popular gameplay videos are just me playing Dwarf Fortress. It's kind of a surprise to me, I guess. So a bit of an idea that I've been throwing around just recently, as I was planning and recording this video, I was thinking maybe I could make a Patreon account. And it wouldn't be any kind of high maintenance thing. There would be nothing behind a paywall if I were to do this. It would just be a donate if you feel like it kind of thing to make my life a little better. Because YouTube has yet to pay out for me. Like, I monetize my videos, and at the moment, YouTube estimates that I have generated nearly $30 across all of my videos. And the way YouTube works is, as far as I can understand, once your videos accumulate a total of $100 in ad revenue, they give you $100. And then your counter basically resets, and as soon as you build up another $100, then they'll give you $100 again. So in the entire lifetime of my channel so far, I've made almost $30. And of course, I have not seen a penny of that. I'm not going to for quite some time, unless I see a sudden, inexplicable spike in subscribers. Now, I don't even know how Patreon works. I have never set one up. I was just thinking about it because it's something people have suggested to me at times. Yeah, this is not something that I have set up yet, since at the moment I still have no internet, but it's something I would have to look into once I get online again. So hopefully one-time donations would be possible, or consistent donations, I don't know. And supposing anybody did donate to this thing, you know, I'd be able to acknowledge and thank any donators in videos that I make, but I probably wouldn't be able to do much in the way of requests. You know, in a perfect world, I would say, you know, donate X amount of money, and I'll make at least one video based on the game of your choice, or some shit like that. Maybe even, like, donate a big enough sum, and I would do a full-on review of whatever game you like. That would be in a perfect world. But unfortunately, my time is already stretched very thin with the channel as it is. I barely have enough time to do the videos that I want to do myself. Hell, really, I guess as I've said, I don't even have time to do all of the videos that I want to do for myself. So I wouldn't be able to, you know, let any donators influence the channel. Maybe that's a good thing, that there's no chance of me becoming a sellout, I guess. But it's just something that I would like to have in place, should anybody like to do it. And if anybody did, I would be extremely grateful. The perfect world, the ideal that I think most YouTubers have is, I would like this to make me enough money that I could quit one or both of my jobs. That would be the perfect world. That would be the dream. But I think I'm years away from that happening, if it ever happens. Again, unless I see this sudden extreme spike in popularity. I do have plenty of people tell me that I deserve way more views, so if anybody else wants to promote my channel, feel free. I always feel like too much of a piece of shit doing it myself, because it's just like, hey, look at my shit, I don't care about you, give me views. And I wouldn't want to do that. So by all means, watch some videos that I've been uploading recently. I have so much fun making them, and I think you could have a lot of fun watching them if that's the kind of thing you're into. We have a lot of fun here. I want to give a massive thanks to everybody who has sat through this whole video, and everybody who has subscribed to me, everybody who consistently watches my videos, everybody who has watched even one of my videos in your life, even if you left a nasty comment after you did it. Thanks to everybody, and here's hoping one day I'll get to make every video that I've been planning to make. Thanks again, guys.